Hello, everybody. Um, well, I know that with all the midst of the whole bickering back and forth with um, with the with all the war stuff going on and the economy and I guess apparently there was a case in Norway at 20 tons of dead fish that showed up and now all of a sudden they're gone. Um, I'll find the link for that and post it below, but who knows? Maybe they got carried away from the tide. I don't know. Or maybe it's somebody creating some fear mongering stuff for the whole 2012 thing. So either it's true, either it's not. Um, but what I wanted to turn your attention to is something that seems like it's like not talked about at all, and I think this is also pretty important. And so I stumbled across this, and this is pretty interesting. And I'll show you a verse that is actually pretty interesting after this, after I'm done reading a little bit of these articles here. Okay, fly that turns bees into zombies could be the reason hives are dying, say scientists. Now, I'm not saying you got like undead bees flying around, okay? I mean, out of control. Um, you know, in like such like a state of pain that they just don't know what to do or whatever. But anyways, a mysterious phenomenon that has decimated honeybee populations could be linked to a zombie flying parasitic fly, scientists believe. Colony collapse disorder is marked by the sudden disappearance of worker bees from a colony. It was first recognized as a serious problem by U.S. beekeepers in 2006, but has also affected bee colonies across Western Europe. In some of the recorded cases, bee losses have reached levels up to 90%. Viral and fungi infections and toxic chemicals and pesticides have all been suggested as possible explanations for colony collapse disorder. The new theory involves a parasitic fly, Apocephalus borealis, which is already known to attack bumblebees. Evidence has now emerged of the fly targeting honeybees. The insect lays its eggs in the abdomen of bees, which start displaying zombie behavior, abandoning their hives en masse to congregate near lights. Finally, they die, and the fly larvae emerge from their bodies. And if you can't see it here, I found something discussing what these things are. But that is supposedly the fly, and obviously it'd be very hard to see by looking at a honeybee with a naked eye. Obviously, this is magnified. Um, Parasitic fly Apicephalus borealis circles seen on the back of a bumblebee. U.S. scientists know that hive abandonment is a primary feature of CCD. Genetic tests also show that both bees and flies are often infected with deformed wing virus and the fungus Nosema saarinen. Both infections have previously been cited as possible causes of CCD. Okay, and the rest of it is just basically how they're trying to throw it. But anyways, there's that fly. And obviously, this is an article back from 2007. Loss of honeybee populations is a threat to U.S. agriculture. Yes, it is. Honeybees are the foundational keystone pollinator species. I'm just reading this just to show you why this is very important. Honeybees are the foundational keystone pollinator species of modern production agriculture. Einstein said if the honeybee becomes extinct, mankind will follow within 4 years. I'm sure you guys probably heard that somewhere. Without fertilization, a seed does not form, and the plant has no reason to expend the energy to build a fruit around that seed. Apples have generally 10 seeds, cucumbers hundreds, watermelons thousands. Each seed must be fertilized, or a flat-sided apple or curved cucumber or funny-shaped watermelon is formed. Many insects can pollinate. Some are even more effective at collecting and transferring pollen than honeybees. Bumblebees, blue orchard bees, osmia, and many others are excellent pollinators. However, the problem is that their colonies are either very small, comprising maybe several hundred individuals, such as bumblebees, or made up of single individual female, such as blue orchard bee and osmia. And females, I don't think, pollinate at all. The advantages of honeybees is their nest or colony can be picked up and moved without greatly disrupting the life cycle of the bees. I'm not going to read the entire article. Hopefully many of you guys are aware of how important it is for the honeybees to be around to pollinate our fruits and vegetables. Like I said, if a loss of honeybees is a very dangerous threat, and this also might be another sign of judgment too. Now let's take a look at this fly. Opisthophilus borealis is a species of North American parasitoid phorid fly that parasitizes bumblebees, honeybees, and paper wasps. Female flies lay their eggs in the bees, and as the large larvae develop, they attack the bee's brain and cause the bee to become disoriented, fly at night, and exhibit other unusual behaviors. These behaviors eventually result in the death of the bee, but increase the survival and spread of the phorid flies. When they emerge from the join of the head and thorax of the dead bee, the occurrence of A. borealis has been associated with colony collapse disorder. There's an up-close picture of the bee. Very small. It's only 0.5 millimeter. So it'll be very hard to detect. Okay. So now, yeah, I read you these 3 articles. I'll post these below. Now I'm going to take you to a verse. Isaiah 51:8. You can read the whole chapter if you want, but I just want to single out this verse here. The moth shall eat them up like a garment, and the worm shall eat them like wool. But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation. Meaning, if you have, you got Psalm 91 written in your heart. 1,000 will fall at the right side, 10,000 will fall at the left, but it will not come nigh thy dwelling. So you need not fear for what is coming. God did not give us a spirit of fear. But anyways, the worm. I want to really look at this word worm. If you look right here, it's the same as Hebrew number 5483, a moth from the agility of the fly. Moth. So, it's a worm, and it's also a larva, as you can see here. In common, this is from 19th century Webster's. In common usage, a very small creeping animal or reptile, either entirely without feet or with very short ones, including a great variety of animals of different classes and orders. Certain small serpents, as the blind worm or slow worm, the larvas. See, that's what flies do. They implant the larvas. So, think about that. And then think about Isaiah 51:8. The larvas of insects. For the moth shall eat them up like a garment, and the worm shall eat them like wool. Wool, meaning to be shaggy. Wool, but my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation. It's just something to think about. I am not saying that this particular fly is a fulfillment of this, but I found this verse and I thought that was very interesting to cap this video off. So links will be posted below. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to you guys later. Bye bye.